Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if any of you knew, I didn't know until I came across this article that FEMA will give you $9,000 towards funeral expenses. And you know, we are in a time when many people are unemployed, or you're collecting unemployment and somebody in your family die and you just can't afford the funeral expenses. Well, this went into effect recently, and they said on the very first day that people could apply for this $9,000, FEMA was completely overwhelmed by calls all over the country. I bet they were. I bet they were. You know, people are on the news trying to act all giddy, like we're past all of this. We ain't nowhere near past nothing. These folks haven't resolved this thing, and that vaccine ain't resolving it either. Look, the UK variant is now spread all over the country. It's everywhere. You got a bunch of young people going into the hospital. Younger people are dying now, and that's only going to get worse. You got, the more people gather out here, the worse it's going to get. So families who lost loved ones to COVID-19 can now get help with funeral expenses from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Through the program, it got off to a bumpy start. The agency launched on Monday a hotline. And all right, so they got a hotline number 844-684-6333. You call that number to apply for up to $9,000 in assistance per funeral. Okay, so while FEMA has aided families in disasters-related burial costs in the past, the COVID-19 effort is the largest of its type. Some $2 billion was allocated as part of the $900 billion relief deal Congress approved in December, while the Democrats' $1.9 trillion package last month bolstered it by providing the agency with an additional $50 billion to use for coronavirus-related costs. The program's debut, it was marked by busy signals and technical issues, the agency said Monday, noting that it had received thousands of calls on its first day of operations. Wow, it'd probably be like hell trying to get through. We ask applicants, be patient as we work to correct these issues and have all of their important documents ready when they call to apply, FEMA said. Please know there is no deadline to apply, and applicants will have the ability to open a case. While the agency has done funeral assistance in disasters, we've never done anything at this scale or scope. Acting Administrator Robert Fenton told Congress last month. FEMA opted to register applicants by phone rather than online because of the sensitive nature of the program. Right now, our focus is empathy, when we talk to individuals that have lost loved ones. We want to make sure that we do it in an empathetic way, Fenton said. We think that, again, with empathy being the priority, we want to be able to case manage and have that human to human interaction as we do this. To qualify, the death must have occurred in the US or its territories, and funeral expenses must have been incurred after January 20th, 2020. The death certificate must indicate the death was attributed to or likely caused by COVID-19 or coronavirus like symptoms. While the applicant must be a U.S. citizen or legal resident, there is no requirement that the deceased person meet this criteria. So you could have an illegal relative that was here that died of COVID, and you would still qualify for this. Covered expenses include the transfer of remains, burial plot, casket, clergy services, cremation, and headstone, among other costs. But the aid will be reduced if the applicant received benefits from burial or funeral insurance or financial assistance from other sources. So even if you had funeral insurance, you could still apply. You just won't get the $9,000. You'll get a lesser amount. Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Rep. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, both New York Democrats, have been pushing for aid since the pandemic began. Okay, and that was in March 2020 when the lockdown. But that's really, it was here. That was just when they acknowledged it and had to lock down. That's all. We start fighting for burial relief a year ago. Elmcor told us families were choosing between burying their loved ones with dignity and paying rent. Ocasio-Cortez tweeted Monday, referring to a New York City-based nonprofit group. Today, those families will finally start to see some relief. Thank you to Sen Schumer for this partnership on this effort. More than 562,000 people have died from COVID-19 in the U.S. Really, I read another article. It said 572. Okay. So I guess it doesn't hurt if you really truly need the help. And I can see how many families across the U.S. need help, you know. But y'all, please tell me what you think. And what I will do, just in case somebody needs to do this, I will leave the phone number in the description box. Just look in the description box. If you don't know where it is, look at my picture and then look at the box right below it, and you will see the phone number. And I'll put their FEMA hotline for burial expense and the 844 number. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.